Boys love
Fantasy
Fantasy Boys.
Boys.
Welcome back to another episode this week on Boys Love Fantasy Boys. I'm Adam and that's RJ.
On today's episode,
Nothing. What's there to talk about?
what happened, girls?
The
What happened in this
elimination.
episode?
Okay, the elimination. Okay.
We got an
See you next week.
This would have.
I think you would be a better editor.
Thank you.
I think you would be.
Once upon a time, I did think that I was getting a better experience with Fantasy Boys than Boys Planet.
This is true. RJ looked at me dead in the face one time
And I was
was
like,
like,
I
I
like
think
this."
this is better. And I was like, okay. And I can't tell who he was trying to convince, me or himself.
No.
How do you feel now?
Not that it's not better. That's for sure. I think it's just we're not given enough to get to know these contestants
Sure.
at all.
What was the point of, they had already filmed the elimination. They could have just tacked it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what the benefit of, you finished the challenge and then went straight into the elimination. So what am I voting on if the people I voted on went home? Riddle me that.
Riddle me this, riddle me that.
This week was the same day as the previous 2 weeks of episodes, right? Because they had
Yes.
probably filmed it the week before that
Yeah.
in order to like cut and
Yeah.
edit it,
Yeah.
which means that they are taking online votes from like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of so few people at a time that it is like, it's probably not a massive chance that the people who are going home are the ones who would have ended up staying if it was like more aligned
Yeah.
correctly. But like, it's still, it doesn't, in
not-
these unprecedented times, we need faith and trust in our democratic institutions. And we need to know with transparency and honesty and culpability that these institutions are being held to a high quality standard. Like, Korean television audiences care more about it being like factual and honest.
Yes.
But like, this show's just happening and it makes no sense. Like, they don't show you any scoring. They don't show you any like numbers and figures. Like,
Yeah.
there's not the like, you remember how in Boys Planet they were like, this is being run through,
Yes. Company, blah, blah, blah. There's no PricewaterhouseCooper.
no, there's no
They
auditors.
don't bring them out. Yeah.
No. What is going on the show? It's a fascinating case study. At the very least, it's entertaining and it's interesting.
From casual viewer to crying to their Instagram letters, how parasocial do you feel with Fantasy
About
Boys?
Fantasy Boys?
Yeah.
I have goodwill towards these boys, but I don't. It would have to be like one of the top like 4 that I like, that I would be like, oh, I don't think I would cry though about any of them going home. I think also the ones that I like are obviously the ones that are going to make it. So
Because
I'm
there's 12 spots. So
right.
It's
Like,
such a wide
junwon
net.
is gonna be in the group. I don't know what to tell you guys. He's like probably my highest like favorite that I would be like, he deserves to be in this. There's no way he's not. I'm not worried about him whatsoever.
Yeah. Okay, let's just talk about these
Anyway,
eliminations.
I haven't voted in weeks, honey. I'll tell you 2 reasons. The app is terrible. Genuinely, the app is terrible. The second reason is I voted for like the first few days after the first episode, but then I was like, I don't know any. 2 of them I was picking based on like a music video that was like completely edited and not real. Like, what am I doing? So I was waiting for this challenge to be over, and then I was gonna do it, and then I kind of just forgot.
I wish they even just showed the auditions on the app. Like in Boys Planet, where it's like, here's the video of their audition.
Listen, we again first ones to be like, Mnet is what is going on in the House of Commons, but what is going on at MBC? Like this, there is no rhyme or reason to what is going on.
No.
And that's my diatribe today.
Not counting the 12 yet, was there any kind of like standout trainees with their ranking
That are
that
lower than I
surprised
expected.
you? Yeah.
Okay. I think my biggest shock is probably that Shiryu isn't higher.
Yeah.
But I guess if you consider the fact that this is like from the first week of voting,
he's like unknown.
Online
really.
voting at
There's
least.
not much.
No one knows about him.
Yeah.
So
Shiryu, I am surprised that his studio vote was low,
mhm.
but I think it's just because he was so stacked against more popular people in that group. When you could ostensibly say he probably he was the visual of that group. Wouldn't you say?
Shiryu was the visual of.
Yeah, his face is literally like carved out of marble.
I would say of all 6 groups, I would say they had the most visuals
They had the
in
most
that
visuals,
group.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mine would be Hikaru.
Kang In-young is
so low. Like he was
he's
on that
pretty
first
low.
row, girl.
Yeah, he's pretty. No, I think he's on the second row.
No, he's on the first row.
He's on the first row.
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about Kang In-young, especially if they're only getting rid of like 5
At a time.
or 4 people at a time because he's getting a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
Ironically, even though the first episode you didn't even know that he entered the room.
Yeah.
I saw one beret and I was like, aha.
Yeah. It's interesting that he's the lowest ranked out of the 4 under 18s. I would say he and Hyuntae are probably the best ones. And then Gira and Kaden just need a little bit more. I mean, they all need time to bake.
Yeah.
But, like, they are the most green, in my opinion.
Sure.
Hikaru was low. As someone
Yeah.
who was my number 1 last week.
Yeah. Well,
Even the producer said that he was low. So
yeah, he won the. Didn't he win the benefit?
yeah, that was with points.
Yeah.
So, and I think then again, people are picking this out of the first. What votes are you counting? What era?
So the official 12. If boys, if Fantasy Boys debuted tomorrow, if Blassie debuted tomorrow, 12 is Usopp,
Yeah,
which has gone up.
I think that makes sense. He's getting a little bit more screen time.
Well, and also that first week was when he did Candy.
That's true. So people are fresh.
See, the puzzle pieces are puzzling. It's
People are
coming
voting
together.
fresh from Candy.
11 is Yaya.
Might as well discuss the divine secrets of Yaya. No.
Oh, no, not the divine secrets of Yaya.
Starring Ashley Judd.
Is she in that?
Mm-hmm.
I know Maggie Smith is in it.
Oh,
She plays
really?
an old Southern lady. Yes.
Good for her.
Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood is what we're talking about. If you've ever been curious, we are 2 gay men, just so everybody is aware. Yaya has gone home.
Yaya went home. So the official statement from this show and his company.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
He had a knee accident a long time ago that just has been like exacerbated because this is the first time he's ever danced in his entire. He literally said, "My first time doing dance training is with Fantasy Boys," and it's just like kind of gotten worse. That he's like, "I just don't think I'm fit for this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want it to get worse." Now here's what's sus.
Yeah.
Miss Yaya had schedules.
She had meet and greets.
She had fan meets.
planned. Maybe it truly is the stars aligned. And he was like, "Oh, my knee hurts, and luckily I don't have to cancel these dates."
Or did the
you know what
company
I'm
never
saying?
thought that he would actually?
They thought he'd be out
He
first.
thought he would be out.
Which that seems. Why would you think that? He's 1 million Instagram
Because
followers.
I wonder if they thought that like that first elimination would be just from the producers of the show.
No, that's not how it
No,
worked
they
out.
were like, she in fact got 4th place. Yaya, make your coin. Yaya, be
Absolutely.
safe.
Also, if your knee
Get-
is like
if your knee is get help and make sure you're healing.
10 is Hyuntae. So
Yeah.
there's our Mangne.
He's right there.
Which I would say, of the 4, I think he's like the strongest of them.
I agree. The girls won't like that.
Nope. No, they didn't like that I put Inang in my 12 last week. They were mad. Sorry. Taeseon is not, but I wasn't voting, so who cares?
Is that
Argue with a wall. 9 is Taeseon, and he was mad that he dropped.
He was.
And this is where I am like different, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not Korean, where I was like, If I was 9 out of 12, I'd be like, see you in the group. Why don't you have me sign the contract now? Truly. I wouldn't say that because that's very like Kaos-Soul energy. And I do think I need to like be perceived well. But the idea of being like, I need to keep trying so I get a higher position. The positions don't matter. I almost wish they did it like Dancing with the Stars where they just announced the people who are safe. Because the other thing too is because they're not showing scores, because we have no faith in our democratic institutions.
They're not showing scores or points.
So that you don't have to put them in ranked order.
Yeah.
It just matters to
them
nerds like you and I.
Us.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing that like when people are mad that like, not to bring up Boys Planet, but when people were mad that Kim Ji-woon was like 8th, and it's like,
for what? He's in the group.
He's happy. He was trying to hold back a smile.
And I hate to go back to it, but who debuted in the second position and never gets any screen time in their music videos? Positions don't matter outside of position 1, unless you're the center. People are truly at this point going to think I'm a Bai anti.
We're not.
We are not. I don't
that's
like.
Why we bring her up all the time because we like
Awake One is like
treating her.
I don't think they've handled that group well. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8 is Moon Hyun Bin, which is great.
There was a moment where Moon Hyun Bin was like hugging people, like he got up and like hugged people, and I looked at Adam and I was like,
he is the smallest waist I've ever
his
seen.
waist
What
is
going?
so snatched in this little sailor.
He was giving
outfit.
Violet Chachki.
Yeah, I was like,
he's giving corset.
It made me gasp. I was like, his waist.
Number 7 is Daehyun.
Big leap.
Yes, he was like 11 positions or something like that.
Everyone really said, I want my men to be men.
We can't.
And voted Kang Daehyun.
Not on this podcast.
But I will say, like,
podcasts.
he's not very toxic with his masculinity. He's very caring. He cares for his younger brethren.
He comes off very genuine. He comes off very young energy.
Yes. So I like that.
Sure. Number 6 is Santa. We talked about that last week. Number 5 is Ling Chi. Now, I was going to talk about this later, but they released, they did, I just complained about how there's no variety content, but they did release that variety, like.
We didn't even talk about, yes,
the top
visual.
6.
The visual mission room, yes.
Yes. Of the 6 winners
from the first semester.
That was weird, though, because Kaos-Soul split it with someone. Should have been 7 people there, but only 6 went. If you were on the fence about Ling Chi, or you feel like you don't know who Ling Chi is, because also that's fair. Because what have they shown of Ling Chi? You have to go watch this video. He is so effortlessly charming. I am all in on Ling Chi at this point.
Yeah.
True. I'm so for real right now. He's so sweet.
When Ling Chi also went up, he was like, mashisoyo, saying it's tasty because moshisoyo, I think it's cool, or like you're cool.
Sure.
So I must have been an inside joke that like he thought it was
use offer code BOYSLOVE on talktomeinkorean.com.
Yeah.
Don't use that. We're not sponsored by them.
Number 4 is Kaos-Soul.
Number 4 is Kaos-Soul.
Speak of the girl herself.
Now, if you go and look at the comments on our videos for Fantasy Boys,
it's Kaos-Soul discourse.
There is no greater.
There's no in between with Kaos-Soul.
No. People are not like, I think he's fine. Truly, you have an opinion on Kaos-Soul.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about him as an entertaining character on a TV show.
Okay.
Let's talk about that first, and then we can talk about him potentially being an idol in a group. As a character on a TV show, he is extremely entertaining to watch. If Kaos-Soul was not on this show, I definitely would not be as invested and wanting to watch every week.
Yeah.
Because he gives wild television.
Chaotic, chaos.
Absolutely nutty energy.
Yeah.
There was a moment when I don't remember who it was got 7th position. That's what he was last week. And he was like, God, I hope he didn't want to be 7th again. He wanted to rise. Obviously, everybody does. So that I wasn't mad.
He wanted to be first. He was like, if I didn't get my points split up, I would be first. Okay, girl. Okay.
It's Daehyun got 7th. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, oh my God, congrats. And I was like, and in that regard, I enjoy that as an aspect of, I think it's fun to have an antagonist.
Yeah.
That's drama, baby.
That's drama. Girl, Aristotle, girl.
Go back to the Greeks. That being said, Should he be in this group? Probably not. And I have not I have not been voting, so you cannot be mad at me. He would truly have to realize that it is not about him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like he is capable of that introspection at this point in his life, which is fine.
I wonder if it's gonna, because I can't really even gauge if the producers like him.
I think I can gauge if they like him or not. I don't think they like him.
Because I want Soyeon to sit Kaos-Soul down and be like, cut the schmuck.
One of the producers was the one who announced him because they had them announce the top. It was like 5, 4, 3. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, and then they did the 2, 1, and then okay. So one of them announced him, and I remember him being like, Kaos-Soul. And I was like, oh, God. And that's when Kaos-Soul was like, I probably could have been number 1 if I hadn't got my fucking points split up.
No, girl.
If he really... Okay. Let's call a spade a spade. There's no way you're beating...
It's giving
junwon and
Lucilla
songmin.
I have the most wins.
How would you beat junwon with... Hikari won his benefits. Kaos-Soul won his benefits. Junwon did not win. So he may have... I don't know how he would have climbed over. That doesn't even make sense. The math is not mathing Kaos-Soul. Now, that being said, the biggest problem I have with some of these arguments about Kaos-Soul is really just one. And it's that he has had, work done. And for that should not be an idol. And it's specifically because it'll always be phrased as now, I personally don't care if he's had work done. But I know K-Nets will care. And so for that reason, he shouldn't be an idol. And to that I say, you're still using that as justification to not... And, if you genuinely are Kaos-Soul shouldn't be in this group because he's insane.
That's more fair.
That's very fair.
That is more fair than saying...
Because he lived a life outside of this program.
Yeah.
That he shouldn't be in this group.
Yeah.
It's not giving what you think it's giving. And also, we don't need to stoop to, people being shitty on the internet to be so this person shouldn't have an opportunity. I'm not advocating for Kaos-Soul to be in this group. I'm saying, that can't be the reasoning you use as justification of being, he shouldn't be in this group. He could have no work done and people are still going to be shitty about him because people are shitty online. We can't be and it's because... He got his chin done. Mama, I don't care if he got his chin done.
I want to get my chin done.
Are you kidding me?
That's all. You can just say, because there are valid reasons why you
I would say there are more valid reasons for not voting for him than there are valid reasons for voting for him.
But
that he had work done is not one of them. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you. And there was one person, and I will not name names, but there was one person who tried to do this energy in... one time on in one of our episodes, and we were doing it about, I'm not saying who it's about. Some of you who are watching were there when it happened, and I had to block them from our channel because I was like, we're not doing this. You can comment and be like, I don't think this person is great, whatever. As long as you keep it civil, I don't really care. But when you're this person got work done, so they should, it doesn't, none of that matters. Truly none of it matters.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Hikari.
Are you sold on Hikari? I think there's still a little... You know what I am sold on? Is Hikari and Yuma's friendship.
Now this jump into a hug, I'm going to have a digital tombstone one day. And it's going to be a gif of this moment. And there's no name, there's no dates of when I was alive. It's just this.
People are gonna
so it lives on in posterity. And this is not Halbin energy, by the way.
It's not Halbin energy.
Absolutely
it's
not. I'm not shipping them
at all. It's truly I love my quiet straight friends when I was that age.
Sure.
Because they kept me grounded because I was a Yuma. Absolutely. You still are. Girl. That
also, the idea of being so excited, he's in the group and you're not in the group, but you're still so excited for him.
Because you both train together and work together.
Because Yuma's especially not in the 12 anymore.
Yeah.
He dropped out. because he was in the 12 last week
Mhm.
or last whatever. And all I'm saying is like, slay work.
Yeah.
Somebody did refer to Yuma as the prince. Oh, it was Taeseon.
Taeseon. Later
Taeseon was
on.
like, Yuma is the princess of our show. And I would wear that with pride. I would show up in a crown. I would borrow Haruto's tiara he somehow always had with him, and I would wear it everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah.
Number 2 is junwon. Number 1 is songmin. This is probably due to the benefit. And he does give me Yeonjun energy. Just in like, not necessarily, I don't know, maybe it is facially. There's something about it where he just seems like he's cool.
Yeah. He gives like very cool.
Junwon does not give cool. Junwon doesn't give loser. That's a different energy.
But Junwon is.
Who does give loser? Honestly, Santa. I hate to say it, but like in the
I love
like, yes, very much that.
We don't have receipts. We don't know how many points they get every week.
No, we don't know how many votes they have.
At this point, I'm just watching a show. I'm watching a scripted
You know what
reality
the only
show.
points? The only points they've ever shown us is how many stickers they had on their face,
and that's on the Wikipedia.
That's on the Wikipedia page, and I promise it doesn't matter. But it's just wild that's the only time that there's been data.
Because Wikipedia, the person running this Wikipedia is like, this is the only piece of data that we've ever gotten.
Yeah,
ever.
And it's the boys themselves judging who is most attractive. Now here's the gag of gags. So they name position 37, and that was Do
Hyun was 37.
Do Hyun was 37, so he's officially saved.
Yeah.
Which is it's a very nice moment. They had like a couple narratives built up of people who could be saved, and that was a nice like very whatever. And then they're like, don't forget, girlies. Like we said,
we get a producer pass. Every semester. The lead producer gets one pick of the people that could be sent home to save.
Right.
This episode, they saved Hyungun, who is Jaemin's trainee, fellow trainee
in the training company.
Yes, they were the ones who auditioned. They're from the Mamamoo company.
Yes, the Mamamoo 2.
The Mamamoo 2.
The Mama 2.
Would you stand
it's
this
great
group
to have another chance.
Would I stand this 12? Right now? Yaya surprisingly makes it. Yaya miraculously still debuts.
They forget to take him out of the like voting pool.
So he still ends up debuting.
Okay. I would, I'd check out the title tracks.
You'd see the music video if it was good.
I would if the music video happened. I would maybe not search out. The music video, I would like if the music video.
Girl, knowing our YouTube recommendations, it'll be the first.
It'll be the first video.
So we'll be like, okay.
Macarena's great. If nobody's watched Macarena, go watch Macarena.
It'll be
Blitzen.
Blitzers.
Blitzen is a reindeer. Thank you. Okay.
I would listen to the song. I would still watch the variety shows because I think there's enough variety in here that I would love to watch.
I don't know any of these people's friendships.
Yeah, except one.
Except Yuma and Hikari.
And Yuma's not even in
the group.
So what's Hikari
also,
gonna do?
Can we talk about the iconicness of me being like the best group that performed was Crown, and then all the Crown girls got saved?
Got in.
All of them.
We've taste. I don't tell you. We have taste. Finally announced the next semester, and it is essentially a position battle. They announced 5 songs, and then each will have vocal, rap, or dance, and you have to pick a position because vocal will have to ad lib.
A little growl on that half.
They'll have. Because vocal will have to do ad libs. Because vocals will have to do ad libs. Very Fantasia Barrino, Jennifer Hudson. Dance will have to do the dance breaks, and then rap will have to write their own raps.
Yeah.
So, show up and show out, or get out. The first one is I Need You by Bangtan Sonyeondan.
A small group. Nobody's heard of them.
Yeah, they had just won their first music show, actually.
With that song, right?
Yeah. From the most beautiful place in the world, or whatever it's called. EXO, Monster. We don't have a deep understanding of EXO, except for Kai doing variety shows. Rover, rover, rover. I'm going over, over, over.
A man.
If you watch Plav, they're so funny doing Rover. Plav is the VTuber.
I know which one Plav is.
Okay.
You know which one I don't know? Winner. Who? This literally they were like, and Winner, and I was like, who? Who's Winner?
One of the producers is from Winner.
I know.
But you're not a YG girly. You don't know really the YG girls.
See,
you know the YG girls, period.
Keep putting,
That's
you
it.
keep
That's it.
trying to insinuate that I don't like Blackpink, and you know Blinks are going to find
say
this.
anything.
You're
just
dropping
said
the
you
little
don't know the YG
Hansel and
girls.
Gretel dropping the little breadcrumbs.
I didn't say anything.
And then I'm going to get dragged to hell for something I didn't even say. I do not know
the YG
group super well. Obviously, I know Blackpink because I think at this point it would be very hard to be like a consumer
Who's
of
that?
K-pop and not know
Yeah.
the 4 members of Blackpink. But on the whole, I don't really know
Stray Kids,
YG.
Miro, and Monsta X Shootout. It's giving hetero. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little too hetero for me, these songs.
I'm kind of. Are you kind of surprised they haven't done a girl group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they haven't, because they have So Young there. I'm shocked they haven't done a Jen.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway.
And the gag of this one was that they played a variety show that none of us saw, but it was like they did a karaoke game, they did a random dance play game, and I don't know how they did the rap game, but they chose through those games there was a best vocalist, best dancer, best rapper, and they got to pick first on what song and position they want, and then everyone else, you would think they get picked by rank, bottom up. No, girls.
No. Luck be a lady tonight.
They put all of the numbers in a box and picked them one at a time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we love it. Variety is the spice. Taeseon having to bump out Lee Hanbin in Really Really by Winner because he was like, I want that song. I want Winner, Winner, Chicken Dinner. I want Really Really.
Winner, chicken
Dinner.
dinner.
Taeseon asked Hanbin to face me, and then they sang the song, and Hanbin sounded amazing.
He
very
sounded
sultry.
great. Yeah,
He has this deep loader register
A very pop sound.
that I just love.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, RJ's feral count. I'm not feral for anyone yet. I know it. Sometimes I act like I'm feral for Daehyun, but not quite yet. So, but the loins are burning. Let's say that it's getting hot in her. So Hanbin sings the song, and then Taeseon is like, "Okay, well, I can't compete with that." So he just like does a bit, which I told Adam was very Adam energy of like, if you're like, well, if you can't beat him, make him laugh.
Make him laugh. Make him laugh. And he didn't get it.
No, she didn't.
So he had to go back and sit down to wait for, because then they ended up doing positions at the very end.
Yes, once they already drew all the numbers.
Yes. Everybody who had battled and lost had to go
Gets to the
back,
back.
and then it was positions.
Yes.
Because
Kang Il-rang, was it Songmin or was it junwon?
it was Songmin.
It was Songmin. Songmin bumped Kang Il-rang out from his number.
It was winner, chicken dinner.
It was also winner.
Yes.
Okay. And they all picked Songmin because they were like,
Because
If it's
Sungmin
a
was
group-
like, I want to do a bright concept.
Yes.
I haven't done bright. I want to do bright.
and the group was like, look, if it's a group challenge, we're going to pick the one that's more popular. So they bumped out Kang Il-rang, and then he was the last person to be picked because he was ranked so low.
Yeah.
And the only thing left for him was to rap in Stray Kids Miro.
No. He's rapping in Bangtan's in I Need You. Thing I will say about Kang Il-rang is he's like, I'm young and bright. That is where I excel. I think he was like very purposefully like, I think he's very aware of what he gives,
Yeah.
which is smart. You got to be aware.
Like I said, precocious child.
You know who
He
isn't aware?
I didn't even realize.
You know who's not aware of what they give? Kaos-Soul, stop trying to rap. I don't even want to see it at this point. I don't want to see the rap. Why? Why? For what? You're a vocalist. For what? For what? For a challenge, just for fun?
It's a group challenge.
Oh my God.
You can't. I know we said you can't experiment on the first challenge, but now you also can't
You
experiment,
can't experiment.
in a group challenge.
Don't experiment. Save it
Stop
for college.
Save it.
Sorry. For the science lab. When it clearly didn't go well for you to audition a rap that was already written. I just like.
Now you have to write a rap, girl? Now you're going to go up there and go, I'm Kaos-Soul and I'm here to make it clear?
I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here. Was the bitch in the first 4 episodes. I'm here to make it right. This is my favorite part. My favorite part of this episode was no. It's when junwon wanted like the spot he wanted like left, and he like slinks down in his seat. He's just very like quiet, but like so
passionate. And,
so
like,
passionate. He's very sweet.
Those are the groups. We're not seeing them perform. We saw a little bit of Winner Chicken Dinner, but we
didn't see the backstory. I don't even know if that was the whole performance.
No, it's not. So we're not even going to talk about
Why even, again, why are you, don't.
We're tuned. We'll watch the next episode.
Watching the show. And how is you showing half of the performance going to get me to, show me the drama that's going to go on, and then I'll tune it. That's what what? I need, somebody give me the phone number of somebody.
Okay, so we're doing the 12 different this time because we didn't feel really like anything shifted to give us a new 12.
None of the people that went home were in our 12s, obviously.
So we are putting our minds together in honor of the NFL draft
which was today.
The NFL draft and the WWE draft actually is also going on.
Girl, I don't.
So to honor our brothers and sisters in straight, we are going to draft the Fantasy Boys team, and we're going to go one pick at a time.
Santa.
Wow.
Yeah. Different because I'm doing it draft-wise.
Yes.
It's who do I care the most about that I need in the group?
Mm-hmm.
Santa is number 1.
Great. Ling Chi.
That was my number 2.
My number 2 was Santa.
Wow. Okay. Number 3. junwon.
Okay. Great. Number 4. Moon Hyun Bin.
Oh. He was way far down on my list. Great. I can't believe this wasn't your number. Your next one. Shiryu.
Number 6. Lee Han Bin.
Okay.
What? You don't want the voice?
No one said that.
Your tone seemed very
Number
pointed.
7, Songmin.
Okay. Now he would be mad that he was 7th drafted.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry.
Sorry, Songmin. I know you're watching. Number 8. Hikaru. Well, now let's just think about this. There are 4 spots left. No rappers.
Number 9, Taeseon.
Okay.
Also a vocalist.
Okay. Number 10 is Kang Hyunwoo. He was in 90s Love.
Yes.
He did the high note in 90s
Yes.
Love.
The Haechan note.
Yeah.
What was that, 10?
Mm-hmm.
11 is Hikari.
Ruan Ri.
Uh-huh.
Mama Ru Lala Ri.
So who needs to be in a group with Hikari, RJ, for number 12? Who needs to be in the debut group with Hikari?
You set me up, girl. You set me up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Number 12 is Yuma.
Yay!
And there you go. We drafted a dream team lineup with 1 rapper.
We have 1 rapper. He's got a lot of work to do.
We didn't even draft the...
We didn't. So everyone can stop yelling.
We didn't draft the main rapper of the show.
Kaos-Soul.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's a shame.
It's a shame. And that's Boys Love. Fantasy Boys. This episode. Next week will be fun because then we'll see all the performances. It won't. I don't think it should be. I don't think it'll be a split episode. I think we'll get all 5 in one episode. Maybe.
I think we're gonna split it.
You think it's a split?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I do.
Well, this is what we did last time. And that's Boys Love Fantasy Boys. Here from the Fantasy Boys draft room.
Hey, Tom. Thanks. What?
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.